For more than a decade now, it's been the biggest mystery in aviation history, right? A massive Boeing 777 carrying 239 people just vanishes. Gone. But what if I told you the key to finding it wasn't buried at the bottom of the ocean? What if it was hiding in plain sight this whole time, in a kind of invisible web that stretches across the entire planet?
And that quote, that's not from some sci-fi movie. It's real. And this is the exact technology that might have finally pinned down where MH370 is. It's this wild idea that while everyone was scanning the deep, dark ocean, the sky itself was actually keeping a record, leaving a trail we never knew how to read. So let's just quickly go back to that night. It's March 8th, 2014. Everything's totally normal for about 40 minutes. Then you get that last, chillingly calm message from the cockpit, "Good night, Malaysian 370. Just 2 minutes later, the transponder is manually shut down. An hour after that, it's gone from military radar. It's a ghost.
And what came next? Well, you probably remember it. It was one of the biggest, most expensive search operations in history. For 12 long years, they scanned this huge stretch of the southern Indian Ocean. And they found nothing. The trail went completely cold. All we were left with were a bunch of theories and a whole lot of questions.
But here's that question again, the one that flips this whole thing on its head. What if the sky itself was leaving clues? It completely reframes the entire mystery, right? It suggests that even when the plane went dark, even when it was electronically silent, it was still interacting with the world in a way nobody ever thought to look for.
Okay, so this brings us to the invisible web. It's incredible, really. The big breakthrough here might have come from a global network of, get this, amateur radio hobbyists. Their little hobby might have accidentally created maybe the most advanced flight tracker on the planet. It's a system called WSPR. That stands for Weak Signal Propagation Reporter. Now, the best way to picture it is like a giant invisible spider web of low-power radio signals that are constantly crisscrossing the entire globe. And here's the key. It was never, ever designed for tracking planes. It was just meant for communication. So, how does this digital tripwire actually work? It's surprisingly simple, actually. So, step 1. The WSPR network is always transmitting these super stable radio signals all over the world. Step 2. A giant metal tube, like a Boeing 777, flies right through that web of signals. And then step 3, the plane's path causes this tiny but detectable shake in the signal data. It's like throwing a rock into a perfectly still pond. And that's the genius of it. It shows how the plane, even totally dark, could never have been truly invisible. Right, so now we have a deliberate new path. Armed with this idea, a team of researchers did something amazing. They went back through 12 years of archived radio data, and what they found, well, it wasn't just a possible crash site. No, it suggested something much more deliberate. So they dug into the data from that specific night and boom, they found hundreds of these little digital tripwires that were crossed. And when they started connecting those dots, a totally new flight path emerged. And listen, this path doesn't look random. It looks intentional, like someone was actively trying to avoid being detected. And it leads to a completely new target area, way south of where anyone has ever looked before. And this leads us to the robotic swarm. Because this new data isn't just a theory anymore. It's so convincing that it's launched a brand new, super high-tech hunt in one of the most remote spots you can imagine. But before we get into all the cool tech, let's just take a second. 239. That's not just a number. That's 239 people. 239 families who've been waiting, just waiting, for over a decade for any kind of answer. This is really what it's all about. And on the other side of that, you have this number, $70 million. That is how much a company called Ocean Infinity is betting, with their own money, that this WSPR data is right. They're that confident they can find the wreckage. So the plan is to restart the search in late December 2025. And get this, it's on a no-find, no-fee basis. Think about that. If they come back empty-handed, they don't get a single penny. This isn't just another search mission. It's an enormous gamble on this new science.
So what's different this time? Well, they're not just, dragging some equipment behind a boat. No, they're using something called swarm robotics. We're talking about fleets of underwater drones that operate on their own, working together like a coordinated team to map the ocean floor in insane detail. And these things they're just incredible. They can dive down to almost 23,000 feet. They use AI to navigate and spot things that look out of place. And here's the game changer. They are specifically designed to search these deep volcanic trenches, these sonar shadows, where old technology was basically blind. The terrain that hid everything before, they're going right into it. And the number one target is finding those flight recorders. So next up, hope against doubt. Because look, as amazing as all this sounds, not everyone is convinced. With any theory this big, you're gonna have skepticism. And this is really the core of the debate. On one hand, you have the critics. And they make good points, right? They say, look, WSPR was never built to track planes. These little shakes in the signal could be anything, weather patterns, solar flares, you name it. But then you have the families. And their side isn't about the data, it's about what it represents. After 12 years of nothing, this is the first real, tangible lead. It's a chance, maybe the last chance, to finally know what happened and bring their loved ones home. I mean, that quote says it all, doesn't it? An open wound for 12 years. After all this time, all the false leads and the dead ends, this invisible web from a bunch of radio hobbyists, it's given them something they haven't had in a long, long time. A credible reason to hope.
So here we are. The robotics swarm is getting ready. The coordinates are locked in. After 12 long years, the hunt for MH370 is back on, and it's all because of a ghost in the radio waves. The only question left is, will this invisible tripwire finally pull the truth up from the bottom of the ocean?